Yes, sir.
Good, good.
Happy Shri Ram.
Uh, Happy Shri Ram Navami, guys. Um, Give me a moment. So today we are going to discuss about the capl scripts. Okay, how to write the capl scripts and those things. So I need to install software now. Okay, okay, okay. Not required. First, I'll explain the keywords and those things. Then we'll see. Give me a moment. Guys, ping in WhatsApp like join fast. Others should be join. Some people needs to join. Ping, ping, ping in the WhatsApp, guys, please. Respected groups. So I'm sharing the screen, guys. Capel. So I'll explain what is capel, why we use the capel. Okay, capel is one programming language for automotive industry. So we use this program, capel program, to run something. I'll explain where we use it first. See, guys, listen carefully. So generally, we know we have different ECUs in the car, like body control module, cluster, infotainment system, airbag, AC, entertainment system, anything guys, like braking system. So every system has microprocessors. Okay, we call it as ECUs. We know that. So every ECU will connect on the CAN protocol. Okay, so this is CAN network, control area network. Nowadays we are getting FlexRay for high speed, and nowadays we are getting even Ethernet into the cars because to connect the ECUs, guys. Anyhow, first we have to focus on CAN protocol to enter into the companies. This is mandatory. That's why. So in the CAN classes, I have explained CAN and I have asked the questions also. Please learn questions and give a proper answers. So next, so I'll take a cluster. See, this is BCM, for example. This is cluster. This is infotainment system. This is airbag, and this is ABS braking system, and this is gearbox, automatic gearbox system, and this is engine control module. Okay, like that you have so many issues, guys, like battery management system. So every system has processors, microcontrollers. So it will be connected with the sensors inside the car. Okay, for example, airbag is there. So airbag crash zone sensor is there. If we apply the pressure, this sensor will send the signal to the processor. So processor inside we will write the code, C code. Developers will write it. We can't write. We are the testers. We will test it. So C code will be there inside. That C code we will get from the DevOps team, guys. Listen carefully. This is actually what we are going to do. So DevOps guys are there. Who is DevOps? DevOps is one of the department. So this guys actually we call it as development operations. These people are between developers and the testers. So developers develop the code as per the requirement. Okay. These DevOps people will flash it on top of the ECU. So I'll take airbag ECU, guys. Okay. This is airbag. Okay. Airbag ECU. So inside you have airbags and those things. Okay. So on top of this, people will flash the code, C code, developers. Even developers also, while developing, they'll flash and they will check whether the functionality is working or not. So DevOps people also, because so in the DevOps team also, so many members are there. Like, even airbag also having diagnostics is one functionality. Airbag functionality is the diagnostics means what? Checking the data, check, checking the behavior of the issue, checking the status of the issue, checking the health of the issue. That is diagnostic. That is one functionality. Airbag. So what is the functionality? Actual functionality. So crash zone sensor, getting the signal. Okay. So signal, pressure signal. If any accident happens, the pressure will come. PSI, some PSI. We will write the code. So this is one functionality. It will come, and then based upon the pressure, it will deploy the airbag. Okay. This is one functionality, actual functionality. Diagnostics is another functionality. Now I'll come to another functionality called power module, because every ECU need power supply. So generally battery give the power supply. Some power supply we will give, like I said no 12 volts generally, or 13 volts, plus or 13 plus or minus 3. We will, so this is in the car battery will give this, but in our lab we will give regulated power supply. We have the software, Canoe software. Since we are working in the lab, మనం ల్యాబ్ లో పనిచేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి, since we are working in the lab, we don't have the sensor, because these sensors are available in the car but not in our lab. So instead of that, we will use a software called Canoe software. Okay, Canoe. Okay, so in this Canoe, related to this crush zone sensor signals will be available. We will send these signals from the Canoe software. Okay, these are simulated signals. Okay, so simulated signal will go to the CAN case XL. This is one hardware because so this CAN case XL will work as sensor. So it will send the signals to through CAN network to ECU microprocessor so that airbag will also deploy. But unfortunately, in we are in the lab, we don't have the airbag also. So we will get the output signals. So if we deploy airbag, we will have some CAN signals are there. We will observe those CAN signals only. This is the lab testing. Okay. But but if you are in a vehicle testing, you will test crash test. So you will do accident. Okay. So you will do accident. Then airbag should deploy with some different of speeds. Okay. So speed. No? So we will give speed also. Okay. Speed, vehicle speed, this thing, pressure, how much pressure has been applied on crush zone. So we will check in a different pressures. For example, if the pressure is 70 psi, airbag should deploy. This is actually requirement. More than 70. If it is less than 70, should not be deployed. So we will check a different scenarios, 69, 70, 71, boundary value analysis. This is guys. So we'll check. So in the 69, it should not be deployed. In 70, it should be deployed. 71 also should be deployed, guys. Got it? So even vehicle speed, if it is 5 kilometer speed, should not be deployed. Okay, but so many requirements are there. Though you are a 5 kilometer speed, other vehicle is in a 100 kilometer speed, and if they crash, again it will take a pressure. So this is the requirement. So like that, you have so many scenarios are there. We will check in different scenarios. So everything. So pressure, vehicle speeds, we will send from the Canoe software. Got it, guys? So far. దాకా అర్థమైందా మీకు? All
Yes, sir.
right, right. Fine. So this is airbag functionality. Now I'm coming to the capl. So see, so now these developers will flash the code and they'll check whether the functionality is working. What see in the developing area also developers power module. If they give a voltage, they'll check if I give up 12 volts whether the functionality is working or not. They will check. Means in the developers also one or two members will be power module. One or two members for the this crash zone airbag deployment. Maybe two to three members will work, and some people will work diagnostics. So different people will work different modules, and they'll give the code to the DevOps team, guys. These DevOps teams will use Jenkins and those things. They will merge the code, they will flash, and they'll test it, basic level testing. We call it is sanity testing. In the interview, they'll ask this question, guys. What is smoke test and what is sanity test? Please go through the format and check the definition. Smoke test and sanity test, guys. So first four builds we use a smoke test because to test the basic level of functionality whether it is working or not. Next later we use we test a sanity test case. That is also but sanity test for all the modules like power module, extend, diagnostics like that. Basic level of testing will do every time. Means developers will do that. Okay, next our part. We are system engineers or system testers. Okay, so we are system testers actually. So system testing means what? System, how the system is working. If I give input, how the output is. We are doing a black box testing. If we give an input, how the airbag is opening, how the signals are coming, that's what we have to test, guys. So system engineers will do some depth of testing, in depth, different ways, whatever the possibility is there, whatever the way is there, we will test it. Next, parallelly, it will happen vehicle level testing. In the vehicle, means we also flash the code, whatever the DevOps team will give the code, merged code. So we will flash and test all the functionalities. This is system engineers work. Next comes to the vehicle level testing. Generally, this vehicle level testing will happens in the Europe, US, somewhere like cars will develop here. No, so that's why Benz and those things. So in vehicle, the ECU we will place this ECU, whatever developing ECU we can put and we'll flash the code and we'll start the testing. Okay, vehicle level testing because system level it will work properly, but in the vehicle sometimes it may not work. That's why we need to test in the vehicle level. So vehicle level testers will take care about it. So in the system also you have two ways. One is regular this setup, whatever I have shown, no CAN CAN case XL, power supply, ECU. That's it. This is one type of testing. This is one type of system level testing. Another is hill testing. Hill means hardware in loop. Okay, loop by using a D space setup people will do. That is another system level. Okay, so anyhow, we are going to discuss about this Canoi software. This is universal software. Everybody is using that, right? So in this test, for example, you want to send this 70, 69, hmm, 69, 70, 71 values. And not only this 70, 60. So I want to send frequently for every, uh, what is that, 5 minutes, 60, 69, 70, 71. It should be repeated. So is it possible by manually? No. See, it has to do for at least 1 lakh times. Is it possible? No. That is why we will approach one programming language. So one programming language called capl script, that is can access programming language, or capl is communication access programming language, means in the network by using a software. For example, if you connect the software to the complete network also, guys, okay, and vehicle level testing, that's what I'm saying. So using Canoi software you can send CAN signals in a vehicle level also. This is, I'm saying, a lab 1 ECU. You can send the signals to complete the complete network by using a Canoi software. This software will be in our PC. We'll connect the PC and we'll send the signals to the network as well. So if you send signals, other ECUs will respond. So based upon your information, so whoever has a respected signal, that will be respond, guys. Okay. So you are sending and ECU will respond with the CAN message. Okay, CAN messages. So if you get a CAN message into the network by using CANOE software and capl script, you can access what data it has, what data the response has by using capl script. ఇక్కడ మీకు చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే మీరు సిగ్నల్ సెండ్ చేస్తే ఇఫ్ యూ సెండ్ ద సిగ్నల్ ఏసీ విల్ రెస్పాండ్. సో we can access that response also. Our response ను కూడా access చేయొచ్చు. We can see the data also what it has in the response. ఆ రెస్పాన్స్ లో ఏముందో కూడా చెక్ చేయొచ్చు క్యాపెల్ యూస్ చేస్తే. if you use a capl without using capl also, yes you can, but particularly I want to take some one byte of data and needs to access a particular area. So that is possible by using capl script, like accessing data, sending data, okay, byte by byte. Like it's customization, guys. If you use a capl, we can customize our functionality. we can customize our testing. మనం ఏమైతే చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం మనకి ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు చేసుకోవచ్చు. Customization. Okay, so this is airbag level, guys. Okay, this is airbag level. So I'll explain cluster level again. So now we'll see the cluster. Cluster means dashboard. You have a speedometers, indications, no? So of course, Canoe software in our host PC, can case Excel. In the interview, they'll ask, what is the setup? You can draw this one, guys. Canoe software, can case Excel, power supply, ECO, this cluster. So you have seat belt signal. You have a vehicle speed, means gauges you have. Okay. So this is engine speed you have. Um, fuel gauge, engine oil level, like that you have so many functionalities are there. Telltales means seat belt indication. If any door opens, door indication, you will get it. But inside the car, if you open the door, door indication will come. But in the lab, we are checking in the lab that particular ECU, particular cluster. Okay. So instead of sending by other ECUs, we are using Canoe software. We will send CAN signals like a door signal, open door, closed door. Otherwise, seat belt signal, not fasten or not buckled. So buckled, value change. So we will send a different signals and we'll check manually also, if required automation also, guys. But by using a cap automation, so the seat belt signal 1 lakh times possible by human, and again it is every 1 second or maybe every 5 seconds. If the cluster will have seat belt signal, if you did not buckle, you will get the seat belt indication. Maybe you may use 7 years the car. That telltale should glow for 7 years. So reliability must be there. So that's why we are checking 1 lakh time. Example I am saying, guys. Generally we don't test like 100 times or something. But how to do this 100 times? Not only one seed means we have so many telltales indications are there. So we need to check all each telltale 100 times. So that is difficulty. So that we will approach capl script. So if you start the button, then it will send 100 times signal every 5 minutes automatically. Then it will glow. We will observe whether it is getting or not. Got it, guys? So customization. For example, I want to send a diagnostics data to the ECU. Yes, I can send by using a capl. So that is the reason in the companies they'll ask at least some basics of capl, guys. Got it all? Why capl? అర్థమైందా క్యాపిటల్ వై అనేది all
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
good, right. Next, now we'll see what capl has, what keywords capl has, what data types capl has. We'll see now. I'll share this capl document. Capl. Okay, fine. This is also good. But I have prepared PPT. I'm looking for that. Uh, so I'm gonna kept here. Second. Can you check? Is there any capl document? Okay, second. So I'll rejoin once I download from the Skype. I think Skype has that capl document. Give me a moment. Yes, guys, once again. Yeah. So capl is one programming language where we use. We'll see. So capl is can access programming language like C. It's like some data types and those things, which allows you program Cano for individual applications, sending signals, individual you can able to do. Okay, so can is sorry, capl is can access programming language we know. So we use in this Cano software. Okay, so capl produce a language whereby execute program blocks and controlled by events. Okay, listen carefully. Capl is event based programming language, guys. Listen carefully again. Capl is event-based programming language. So in the interview, they'll ask the question, what events did you used? So then we have some events are there. So I'll show that events. So for example, on key, on key, how to write on key. I'll explain also on key, on message, on timer. So some other events also there. So I'll show now the events. See this. So in the interview, they'll ask this question: what events did you use most? On message, on restart, on start, on stop measurement, on restop, on bus off, on timer, on environment variable, on system variable. They have not given on system variable. It's a very important on system variable. Okay. So these are the events, guys. These are the events. Capl is event based programming language. It means what it means. See, on key just we saw, correct? On key is one event. On key, how we will write on key event? On key, if you write a capl script in the software, on key, some key, for example, key A, if you press A, if you press A in the brackets, we will give the procedure what to do by the software, by the node ECU. So if you press A in the keyboard, then something will write like, for example, I want to send signal. What signal? Seatbelt signal with the value 1. Okay. Then, then, right? The messages, guys, right? The messages has signals. So data will transmit in the form of messages into the network. That's CAN network property. So inside the message, signals are there. So if you press A, this is a message. So message variable, for example, BCM message is there. B dot seat belt signal. Seat is a signal name, for example, seat equal to 1. See guys, syntax is like a C program only. Then output, output is function. Listen carefully. Inside the brackets, we called these are the functions. Outside the bracket, it is on key A is event. Okay. So now observe carefully. I'll explain. If you press A, what will happen, in the software? PCM message has seatbelt signal. We will assign one value to the signal, means signal has one. And output means from the software it goes to output, it goes to out means where? To this one. So from the software it will come out to ECU with the value 1. So seatbelt signal will come here, it will glow. And again another event you can take on key B, on key B. If you press B, then you can write the procedure. What we can write? Message లో ఉన్నటువంటి the message signal equal to 0. Okay. Then output same guys. Output of B. It means it will send with the 0 value. If you press A, 1 value will go to the ECU. If you press B, 0 will go. So event based programming language. So if you do one event, some other task will happen. That is what the capl guys. Okay. So in the capl you have events and functions. So this is event. This is function, output function. Like that we have so many functions are there. So now what keywords we have, we'll see. Keywords, data types. capl. See, for example, first you have to look on this events on key a on message. The message name will write. If the message comes into the network, something should happen. So if you start the software on start the software, on start means if you start the software, something should happen. So in the brackets, we will write the procedure. So event in the brackets will start, we will write the procedure. For example, I'll explain on start. Listen. So on start is another event. Okay. So it means once you start the Canoe software Thunder button, start. Once you start, I want to send some signals, guys. Starting itself, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to press any button, but starting itself, you want to send some signals. So I want to know your thinking capability in general. Uh, Once we start the car engine, what signal will transmit into the network? Guys, tell me, Anil, others, Kaja, Anant, tell me what signals, if you start the ignition, what signals will enter into the network first? Anil. So on start means that event. If we start, whatever the signals want to transmit into the network, that we can put it in between the brackets. So listen, ignition signal. So ignition signal in the BCM, body control module. Ignition signal is there. For example, IG is the ignition signal with the value of running 4, running, otherwise on, whatever the value, output of B. So this will go into network automatically once you start the software. Once you start the software with this 4 value in the ignition signal, it is in the BCM message. It will go into the network. Network means what? For example, this is also network, but one ECU is there. So from the software, ignition signal will go. Okay. After that, start, and then if you press A, 1 will go. If you press B, 0 will go. Like that, we use this capl script, guys. So capl is event based programming language. Is that okay? So these are the events based upon the situation. We will use the events. On start is one event. On stop. So on stop means what? While stopping, something should happen. Okay. So we will shut off all the things while stop. We'll shut down all the things. Okay. So like that, we will send these shutdown signals on stop, on start, starting signals. So in between, you have to do some tasks like you want to send ignition signal, some value, different value. So you can select on system variable like that. You have a different events, guys. So these are the events in the interview. They'll ask pakka question on timer. I'll explain this on timer. Final classes like future classes. So declaration of message. See, these are the messages declaration. See, I said no output of M1. What is M1 here? See, M1. What is this M1? 0 cross A. Guys, I already told every message has one identifier, kind of nameplate. So 0A is the message, 0 cross A is the identifier of the message. So what is M1 here? M1 is variable of this one. So you have to use M1 everywhere in the program. So this is message declaration, guys. This is the way to declare the message. I'll explain in future classes how to declare. Right. So output means sending, transmitting message. See, transmitting message, sending. Okay. Got it, guys, so far? అర్థమైందా అనిల్?
Yes.
Yeah. So note it first. Events. I'll share this document. Events. Note it, and I'll give some functions. Note the functions. Output. Note down, please. Output. Set timer. Cancel timer. Set timer. Cancel timer. Output. Cancel timer. ఇంకేముంటాయి? But that's it. Mostly these three functions we use. Some other functions also there. I'll tell how to means in future if we get the situation I'll tell the functions. Okay, and we have loops, guys. If loop, for loop. So see like this on key. If you give on star means any key. If you press any key, something will happen. Any key you can press any key, guys. See how to declare. See on key. Yeah, this is the way to declare event. So some function is happening. I'll show this function in the software tomorrow. Next on message. So it means if this message comes into the network, on message means if the message comes into the network, something should happen. Okay. On message star. What is the meaning of this one? Tell me, guys. Anil Nuja PD din ardham enti. What is the meaning of this one? Others. Anant, what is the meaning of this one? It means if you give a star means any message come into the network, this function should happen. Okay. See, this is another event on environment variable switch. I'll explain tomorrow because we are not using on environment variable, but still mug up, learn because in the new software environment variable is not there. We use a system variable only. Okay. See, on timer is one event. On timer name. That I'll explain how to write the timers and those things. Okay. See, we have guys in quote another one. In the C program, you have printf, but in our capl program, instead of printf, we use write function to print something. We use write function. Guys, okay. Next, if else cases, we have to look instruction blocks. Switch cases, we'll see for continue and break, and return, and this expression. We don't want. I'll finish it on message 100. So what is the meaning of this one? If 100 ID, 100 ID message comes into the network, this should happen. In the brackets, in between the out of the brackets, will write the event. In the procedure, you have functions also there. What is that? Output, set a timer, like that. You have functions. So this is event. This event. This is procedure. In the procedure, you have output is function. So functions also there. Okay, guys. So here, if you observe, he is sending, he is sending one message. So message is 555. Message is 555. DLC data length code is 1. He is sending means he has declared first in the variables. If he press B in the message 1 byte 0, the data is 0 cross AA. He assigned the data and he is sending into the network. Now message 555 message with the 0 cross AA value is coming into the network. That's what he has done. He's sending some data. If you put instead of 0 cross AA, you can put 0 cross 1, no problem. So 1 will go. If you put 2, 2 will transmit, guys. Okay, right. So this is on start event. So on start, how to write on start event. So this is on key, this is on start, this is on timer, how to write. Okay, see here, set timer is function. So inside the event procedure, functions are there. Set timer is function, output is function, cancel timer is function. Even we have loops also inside. Guys, baga carefully, observe carefully, whatever you will write. So that thing will be inside the brackets only, inside. On timer bracket, inside the bracket, you have to write the things because it is procedure. So event based on this event, this procedure will happen. This procedure will happen. Based on this event, procedure will happen. Event based programming language capl, guys. So this is capl browser. We will write the variables here. We will write the events and functions here. I'll explain tomorrow. I have to install the software in my laptop and I'll install it and then I'll explain some functions and some programming things. You can we can wind up in tomorrow. Worst case is day after tomorrow. So then we'll forward means please be alert. Please be ready and I'm sending the profiles to companies now. Okay. Please be alert. Please be prepared also. All. Any doubts, guys, so far? Any doubts? Any doubts? I'll
Yes, sir.
share this PPT. I have another PPT also. Very good PPT. So that I have prepared that, which has much data. So capital related things I'll share. Please be prepared. So interview, they'll ask basic questions. Try to answer that. I'll explain the scenarios. Based on that, your mind should work. Common sense should work. Okay. So based on their questions, your mind should work fast and then needs to give the answers. That's it. Okay. Okay. Fine, guys. Thanks. Any doubts, Anand, Sidram?
సార్ ఇన్న క్యాపల్ స్క్రిప్ట్లో అది ఒక ఐడి ఉంటుంది కదా సార్, జీరో క్రాస్
Capel
డబల్ ఎయిట్.
script.
హలో
Yes. Zero
సార్.
cross. Yeah. I'll show that.
సార్ అది సార్
So what is
అది
your
అది మనం
question? And
సార్ అది మనం ఎట్లా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి సార్? అంటే తనది ఏమైనా డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయా?
no, this is just value. It is. You can
ఓకే
give zero cross one also there.
ఓకే
That's just value.
ఓకే ఓకే
So what he's saying, what he's trying to do is, AA is he's assigning into byte zero. You can put 55, no problem.
ఓకే
You can put diagnostics data 0 cross 10, no problem.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్.
You can put a DLC, for example, 0 cross 1 is there. How many bytes? 2 bytes.
2
You can
bytes.
give message dot byte 0 equal to 0 cross 2 bytes,
ఓకే ఓకే సార్.
and message dot byte 1 equal to 0 cross 10, message dot byte 2 equal to 0 cross 1, and then output, send output message 1. So that three values will go into the network. DLC should be 3 here. Got it?
డేటాలో
So
వెళ్ళిపోదు.
since
ఓకే
it is 1, is only one data. You have to give 3, then you can send 3. You have to give 4, 4. So till 8, because
ఓకే
message can carry only 8 bytes of
8
data. That's
bytes.
it. Got it?
ఓకే
Yeah.
సార్.
Okay, guys, I'll share. Happy Sri Ramnavami, guys, all. Uh, bye.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you.